Hello, this is another Please Put These Out on Kindle video. Of course, anybody that's watched these videos knows that I'm a fan of horror movies and horror movie novelizations. Well, when I was younger, and I first started getting into horror movies, I didn't know movie novelizations of these books existed. I wish I did, because during the research for these books that I'm saying please put out on Kindle, I found some books that, wow, I would have loved to got in hard copy form when they first came out. I would also love to, like right now, have them on a Kindle format. Either way, I would be happy to have these books. First up is not one of them, but it is a book that I would love to see come out in the Kindle format. I didn't even know they put out a book version of this until I started studying up a little bit on this stuff. Which I'll do some more studying and find out and see. But for now, Snakes on a Plane. Did not know they put that out in a book, in a novel format. And that is a novelization by Krista Faust. So, okay. Anybody that's a horror fan has watched the original John Carpenter version of The Fog. I watched it many years ago. Did not know this existed until I started doing the research for these videos. By Dennis Etchison. Based on the motion picture written by John Carpenter and Deborah Hill. Did not know that even existed. Would love to see that out in a Kindle format. This one I do actually own, but this is just a picture of the book, because it's a little bit easier to show you the picture sometimes than to hold the book up, and I can hold the picture up and then swipe to the next picture. So, but this one, The Frighteners. Now, that was a novel by Michael Jan, based on the motion picture written by Fran Walsh and Peter Jackson. Okay, Peter Jackson of the Lord of the Rings fame. So I loved The Frighteners. That was an amazing movie. The book, equally amazing. Okay, and there is kind of an alternate ending in the novel that's not in the movie. If you watch the movie, you know how that ends. What happened? I'm not going to spoil. I mean, you know what? That movie's been out for a long time. I'm spoiling. Okay, the Reaper character hacks through the judge, cuts the judge in two. That's the end of the judge in the movie. You don't see the judge anymore after that. And then this version, in the novel version of The Frighteners, there's actually more with the judge at the end, with him cut in half. Half of him sitting on a chair, and I think the other half's walking around or something. Plus, there's a little bit more with his dog. If you actually own the movie, and I think there's a I don't know if it's a director's cut or what it is of the movie, but they actually show. I think there is a director's cut. There's a special edition. They actually show some of the footage that was shot for the other ending that never made it to the film. So once the Reaper character slices through the judge and cuts the judge in two, the judge is gone. He was originally supposed to be at the end of the movie, and they cut him out. That survives in the novel format. So if you can get a hold of a copy of this, or hopefully someday if Kindle, Amazon puts this out, you could read it for yourself. Did not know this one existed either. Would have loved to seen this. A novel by Randall, a novel by Randall Boyle, based on a screenplay by Wes Craven. Now, I know this movie was I don't know if it's not one of the less popular movies, but I liked it. You know, I like Wes Craven stuff. I'm not apologetic for that. I'm a Wes Craven fan, and sad that he passed away. But this is Shocker. Okay, did not know that was a novelization. Loved that movie when it came out. If I had known there was a novel version of it, I would have bought it. Love to see that in a Kindle format. Okay, this is another John Carpenter movie. One of my favorite movies. Not just my favorite John Carpenter movie, but one of my favorite movies of all time. And definitely if I'd known this to be a novel, I would have bought it. I know the original movie was based on a short story called Who Goes There, and the movie itself was actually a remake of sorts, an updated version of The Thing from Another World. But I did not know that existed in a novel format. That is a novel by Alan Dean Foster, who is one of my favorite authors. He does a lot of movie novelizations, and I would love to have got a hold of this book. This one, during the research for these videos, I found out existed, and when I saw who the authors of this book was, I freaked out for a moment, because I love these authors. Together they are amazing, you know. And believe me, if I had known, because like I said, when I first started getting into horror movies, I had no idea there were movie novelizations of these movies. If I did, believe me, I would have been all over them. This one in particular, two of my favorite authors. Like I said, together, fantastic. Separate, fantastic. Together, even more fantastic, if that's possible. Had I known this existed, wow, I would have been all over it. So please, please, Amazon, please put this out on Kindle. When it comes out, if it comes out, I will be one of the first to download this book. Please. John Skip and Craig Spector. Fright Night. John Skip and Craig Spector wrote the novelization of Fright Night. Just John Skip and Craig Spector. Okay? John Skip and Craig Spector. I love these two guys. Fantastic authors. So those are just, you know, a handful of some of the stuff that I found. Please, Amazon, put all of those out on Kindle. Anybody that can, you know, go to Amazon and click that little button that says tell the author you want to see this on Kindle, please keep hitting that button, especially for Fright Night. If there's not a button, or if you can't find the hardcover version of Fright Night, or the hard copy, right into Amazon for these books, especially Fright Night. John Skip and Craig Spector. I would love to see that so much. Okay, thank you all for listening. More videos to come.